No setup, no anything. Why do those cookies taste so damn good?
Yeah. So honestly, Crumbl started out as a side hustle. Never anticipated it ever being a career. It's Instagrammable. Like, people want to take pictures of it. And sometimes people just show up so they can say that they went to Crumbl and they post about it. And again, we didn't know what we were doing in those early days. So we just networked and connected with other food professionals. We watched YouTube, read books.
Like, this is 101 marketing, brother. Like, this is like the 2022 guidebook for how to crush a brand by Sawyer Hemsley.
You're listening to the Radcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. I'm Ryan Alford, your host. We're talking cookies today, my friend. One of my favorite subjects ever. As someone that doesn't even eat sweets really that often, if there's a damn cookie on the table, and especially this kind of cookie, I'm getting it. It's Sawyer Hemsley, co-founder of Crumbl Cookies. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Hey, man. My team reached out, said, hey, you want to talk to the founder of Crumbl Cookies? I was like, is the sky blue? Hell yeah. If those pink boxes come in our office anymore, I'm going to weigh 300 pounds.
That's right.
It's delicious. No, it's all good. I'm glad you could join us, man. I want to get into your story and talk all things cookies. I'm just going to, I'm going to break, all the ice right here. No setup, no anything. Why do those cookies taste so damn good?
A bunch of love we put in there and lots of sugar. No, just kidding. Honestly, we go through a rigorous process to make these cookies awesome, and we get a lot of customer feedback, and we don't put them on the menu until they're perfect. So
hey, there you go. Practice makes perfect. Fresh makes perfect. We're going to get to all that. Sawyer, let's, if you're watching the video at home, it's an afternoon record for us. I'm supposed to be on vacation. I told Sawyer this, so your host is having a beer. It's called the Radcast, so get used to it. So Sawyer, talk to me. Okay, I know you weren't, we talked pre-episode. I read a lot about your story. Not originally a chef, a cookie master, or whatever, but let's talk about a little bit of that professional journey and what led you to Crumbl.
Yeah. So honestly, Crumbl started out as a side hustle. Never anticipated it ever being a career. I was in my last year at college up at Utah State University in Logan, Utah, very rural community compared to the rest of the nation, and just needed something to do on the side. I was studying 15 credits, busy college student, and I was researching things that I could do, and I saw that there were bakeries and cookie concepts out there. But it was at the height of when DoorDash and Grubhub and the delivery services were coming out. And so I connected with my cousin, Jason, and I said, we should totally deliver warm cookies to people's doorsteps. And that was the main focus. Like, aside from culinary and knowing all about food science and all that, we just said, let's just make mom's recipe and deliver it by using technology so people could stay at home in their pajamas or for girls' night or date night, whatever. The convenience was there, less mess, and you get warm cookies just as you would making them yourself. So that was really the focus in the early beginning, and then everything just unfolded from there.
So was it truly a family, the first recipe? I mean, was it chocolate chip cookies? It has to be, right? Like, that's where it all starts, right?
Absolutely. Family recipe. We actually mixed and blended, my grandma's, some of Jason's, my cousin's family side, and we just tested. We just tried different brands of chocolate chips, of sugar, of flour, techniques. And again, we didn't know what we were doing in those early days, so we just networked and connected with other food professionals. We watched YouTube, read books, read cookbooks, you name it. We just were hungry to be that entrepreneur and to make something successful, and then we just went for it.
Well, I'd say things are working out. We're at approaching 300 stores in less than 4 years, or at 4 years.
Actually, let me correct you, 500 plus now.
Oh my God, it's like 500 plus. I can't even keep up with the numbers. Hey, you guys just opened 5 stores while we've been sitting here, didn't you?
We actually opened around 5 to 12 a week right now.
See, that's what I'm saying. Jeez. Are they all franchises?
They are.
Yeah.
So that is our model. Again, never anticipated to make this a franchise model, but a lot of friends and family wanted to be involved because they saw the early success and they saw how much energy was behind, the cookies. And so my parents actually approached us and said, can we open a store? Can we be involved? And we said, sure, why don't you open your own store? And so we went through the legal paperwork, set it up as a franchise. And then it started out as my parents, my college roommate, my sister. And then word of mouth just started to spread across Utah and the surrounding states and now the nation. And we've never actively sold a franchise. Everyone's always come to us to say, we want to be involved. We want to open a store and own a business. And that's kind of how it unfolded there.
Yeah. Well, I want to back up a little bit. So we jumped, I'm jumping all around because I'm thinking about cookies and it makes me happy. But Crumbl Cookies, that is. Talking with co-founder of Crumbl Cookies, Sawyer Hemsley. So Sawyer, talk to me about the brand. So we're a marketing agency first. Now we have a beast of a podcast, but we are marketers, and from the get-go, the marketing impressed me with you guys. I actually admired you from afar with the marketing before I even tried your cookies. I was like, okay, this is a company that knows what they're doing. And then I had the cookies, and I was like, holy shit, this is all coming together while they're both working so well. So talk to me about the brand.
Yeah. So my background is in branding, advertising. My cousin's background is in technology and paid ads, things like that. So together, I think, first of all, we have an amazing partnership where our skills helped each other. How the marketing started is it all came down to the packaging and the experience of what our product was, placed in. And that was our pink boxes, which you referred to just in the short time that we've been talking. And that's memorable. It's something that's energized. You can connect with that. It's a soft color and it attracts our target audience, which is our soccer moms, right? Yeah. And so naturally they were pulled to our packaging. And from there, we just knew we had to capitalize on Instagram because TikTok wasn't a thing back then. And so we were really engaged on Instagram. We would run paid ads on Facebook, and we would try our best to respond and answer every single message or comment on these two platforms. And it just really helped to our advantage, to the point where people were just tagging their friends and doing the marketing for us organically. And so that's really how the marketing started. And then now with time, as we've built out our team, we put a lot of paid ads into TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter. But again, organic for us has been huge. It's been crazy because people love the product. And when you love a product so much, you want to organically promote that to your inner circle.
Yep.
So lots of micro influencing going on.
Yeah, for sure. And it helps. I mean, it's still, there's some brilliance in the marketing and the branding. I see it. I saw it from the get-go. But then it's helped when the core of what you're selling, the cookies, are so darn good, and the evolving menu of flavors and all that. So talk to me about that process. We go from family, delicious chocolate chip cookie recipe, blended together, testing, first #1 hit. Then now we've got albums full of them. So what was that process and journey of flavor discovery?
Well, that's a good question. One thing I wanted to mention to you about the pink box before we move on is it's Instagrammable. People want to take pictures of it. And sometimes people just show up so they can say that they went to Crumbl and they post about it, which is awesome. That's unheard of sometimes. You don't go to McDonald's or, Chick-fil-A and post about it and say, I went to Chick-fil-A today. Maybe you do. Not as often.
Not as often.
Right. So anyway, we opened that first franchise and we finally started to listen to some of our customers, and they said, we want more flavors. We want more cookies or more options. And so we had a couple of cookies that just included, some mix-ins, nothing special. And we tried to do 8 or 9 at a time, and we just got burnt out. We couldn't do it. We couldn't keep up. We were constantly battling for inventory levels. People would come and get upset. So we put our heads together and we said, we have to adapt or we're going to die, right? We have to innovate because our volume was just too high. And so we said, let's just choose 4 unique flavors every week and let's rotate those out. So one, it keeps the energy there, but also the scarcity of those flavors that people want again and again. And so that's how we started. And then we always had our chocolate chip and chilled sugar, making a total of 6 cookies. And that model has just been awesome for us because it's like Christmas every Sunday night when we post about our new flavors, because we're getting a return rate of 1 to 2 times weekly from our customers. So it's been great.
All right. For everyone listening at home, we're going to do a little marketing 101 that, Sawyer has hit on, like so many variables here. We're not going to let them go. Number one, choosing the brand, creating something memorable with the pink box, Instagrammable and social sharing from the get-go, creating a model of scarcity with flavors that don't repeat as often, so they drive demand through scarcity. Like, this is 101 marketing, brother. Like, this is like the 2022 guidebook for how to crush a brand by Sawyer Hemsley.
I love that.
No, it's true, man. You're hitting on everything. It's like, we try to counsel clients on all this stuff all the time, and you guys are just like knocking it out of the park. But 500 stores later, we see the results. But where do you get your ideas for? We're gonna keep hitting on that because I know we're gonna build even more. But talk to me about the flavor ideas, because I mean, some of them seem like, okay, low hanging fruit, but then some of them are like, dang, that's out there but delicious.
Yeah, I love this question. We have a large audience. It used to just be soccer moms. Now it ranges from children to senior citizens and anything in between. And the thing that we found most successful is what flavors are relatable to our consumers. So you think back to your childhood, did you grow up eating cinnamon rolls or cosmic brownies, or, did you love the icy flavors from the gas station? What can you pull a story from and put into a cookie? We look at cakes, cupcakes, hard candies, candy bars, drinks, you name it. We're going to try to make it into a cookie, and a damn good cookie at that, so people will buy it. And so anything can be made into a cookie, and we pull our inspiration from everywhere. I know that's pretty vague, but really we're always looking for new ideas, and we actually accept customer feedback constantly on what they want to see. They're the ones that keep us in business, and our communication with our customers since the very beginning, like I mentioned before, is still just as good. We respond and comment and communicate with them on a regular basis, day to day.
How many cookie flavors do we go through that never see the light of day? Is it more or less than you would think?
It's actually less, because we've now developed a testing program where they have to meet a set of guidelines, and then they go out to about 25 to 30 testing sites across the nation. And then we utilize data. And so customers can come into these testing sites, purchase the cookies, get a card from our bakers, fill out a survey, and let us know, would they promote that cookie? Do they like the taste, the texture, the appearance? And if that cookie tanks, it's never going on the menu. It's going straight to the graveyard, or it's getting redeveloped and we're trying again.
Yeah.
Right. But there's a few that have actually passed that have just not done very well in the market and on the menu. One of those being bubblegum. We thought that would be a stellar hit with children and people that like bubblegum ice cream and things like that, but it just did not do well. And so it's in the graveyard and it's not coming back out.
Yeah, I might could have helped you on that one. Bubblegum and cookies. Come on now.
I know. But you know what? What's weird is those cookies actually drive the most engagement on social media.
Yeah.
So sometimes I see that as an eye-catching tool for people to be like, wait, what are they doing? Or what did they make into a cookie? And so it just keeps us top of mind sometimes as well.
No, I love it. Talk to me about the, as you've grown, the retail approach. I'd love to hear the typical mix of deliveries or order sales versus in store. I'm just fascinated by all those kind of details. I think most people are too, because it's such a unique experience going to the stores. You got 30 people are working. I'm like, how these are, I mean, I do the math and I'm like, they're selling some damn cookies in here. You got 30 people working.
Yeah. Honestly, the concept looks easy from the outside, but when you're in the nitty gritty, that's a lot of work to make a product fresh. I'm sure you've been in the kitchen and you've burnt brownies or left something in the oven too long or mismeasured. And we're dealing with young adults trying to, execute. And that's hard. We have to train on a new menu every week. But talking about kind of the services that we provide, early on, it was just delivery. Like I mentioned, DoorDash, Grubhub was at the height when we started. And then we actually saw a trend where people wanted the experience of coming in the store, smelling the aroma of the cookies, watching us crack the eggs and pour the flour and, ball the dough and dress the toppings on the cookies. And that started to become even bigger than delivery, which was a huge shock to us. And so we capitalized on that, and we said, how can we even make this more of a show, a stage where people can bring their kids or people that are visiting from out of town and make it an event and an experience. And so we made our stores almost the Apple store of cookies, and we integrated technology so that their experience was flawless and smooth. And so we have in-store, we had delivery, then we also integrated pickup and curbside with COVID, and we build all of our technology in-house. So we don't use any third-party softwares. We have a full team of engineers. And something that really shocks a lot of people is we're not just a bakery, we're a tech-driven bakery. So we own the technology and we can adapt on a dime because we can build tools and resources to make these services easier, not only for our internal staff, but for our customers. So lots going on. We have catering as well involved there. And then some of our stores even have drive-thrus. So the biggest, hardship for us is just keeping cookies in stock, really, because we have cookies flying out the windows, the doors, from the counter. It's crazy sometimes. So.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for that. I've been in there watching that thing go down. I'm like going, I better get one of those special edition cookies over there. Is that the last one? No.
Right.
Yeah, I love it. So talk to me about this. I hear people, I talk to, famous founders and people that have been really successful a lot. And I always like to ask the chicken or the egg question. So you've been highly successful. Obviously, you're super smart guy. Got a lot of things right place, right time, delicious product, great branding. You talk about the engineering and doing everything yourselves. And I always am fascinated by, did your success allow you to then do everything custom because your concept took off so much? You had success, dollars coming in the door. So suddenly you can, and you've got a tech guy on the, with your partner, Jason, is, chicken or the egg. Would y'all have always been custom anyway, or did the money and the success facilitate that approach?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I would say from the get-go, without a question, it was custom from the beginning because Jason, my cousin, was a product developer. He worked in tech. He worked for Nintendo, Facebook. We actually brought our first engineer on from Facebook, recently worked at Snapchat prior to that time. And we just knew we were going to integrate technology because not a whole lot of food and beverage concepts were utilizing technology. And so we wanted to use it as a powerhouse to make our concept unique and different. We always live by the motto, what's going to be different, better, and special? And we felt technology was going to be another powerhouse aside from our rotating menu, our unique novelty flavors, and just the overall concept in general. So from the get-go, customized, and then we started recruiting people from all of these other tech giants to build out a team.
So we talk, we see all the success. I like to always bring it back to earth and what's been the biggest pain points or learning, as you've gone on this journey? You're a young guy, but you've been successful. You had a great idea, great execution, but talk about, that entrepreneurial journey, maybe the, not the dark side, but the learning side, it's everybody kind of understand it isn't all perfect all the time, right?
Oh, it's not. Building a brand is not kicks and giggles. It's hard, it's lonely. There's a lot of days that you're just working your guts out and you're making it work, and you have a lot of people counting on you, and you have to make it work, right? Something that's been really tricky is I've been young, and so it's hard to earn respect in an industry where people are older than I am. And so it's important for me to be knowledgeable and be educated on the product. I'm not afraid to get in there and work the kitchen and know every aspect of the concept because I need to be able to speak towards that. And so just being young in the industry and being a leader there, that's a hardship. Second thing is having so many locations and youthful staff and employees. Consistency is key. You can't build a brand if one store is different than the other, from California to North Carolina, it's got to be the same. And so you got to be the mean guy sometimes. You got to put your foot down and say, we've got to have you improve, or you got to issue more policy or training, or say no. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. I wish I could pinpoint something directly, but
we can't be burning the cookies in Charlotte if they taste so good in Greenville, right?
Absolutely. So, with time though, we've been able to build out a corporate team and divvy out these responsibilities into marketing and quality and testing and research and dev. And with good leaders comes, great process. And so just relying on a team and trusting them, it's been a really good opportunity to grow this business. And we're not stopping here. We're going to open our first store in Canada, and then we hope to go over into the UK in the following year.
International expansion. Heard it first here on the Radcast for Crumbl Cookies. Right. Before I want to talk a little bit about social content approach, TikTok and all that, before we go there, it's, when I hear you talk, and I think this is a good learning lesson. We have a lot of business people, entrepreneurs that listen to the show, learning lessons and all that. What I'm hearing from you is this is not by accident. Like, yes, you had a great concept and yes, you took off, but I'm hearing a lot of structure, a lot of process, a lot of systems, a lot of embracing technology. I think that sounds to me like becoming some of the secret to the success.
Yeah. And not being afraid to just try things, like not being afraid to fail, and fail fast and fail hard. Because if you fail fast, you quickly adapt, or you build new technology, or you hire that other person that you need, and you're just moving on. I think a lot of people have a mindset that puts them back, and they shy away from trying things. And that's how you win, is if you are able to adapt and be innovative and flow with the ever-changing market and the audience.
Yeah. Change is your friend, my friend, as I like to say. Hey, talk to me about social. TikTok's blowing up. You got some X million followers there, and on Instagram. We talked about some of the beauties of the concept of the scarcity, new flavors. So you've got new things that could be the content, but what's been the, kind of the growth, the strategy and the content and those kind of things on, both Instagram and TikTok?
Yeah. So it started out with Instagram. I go back to that organic, micro influencing, because people would tag people when the rotating menu would be launched every Sunday. And they would say, hey, so-and-so, we need to go get these cookies, or let's drive to this nearest location that's an hour or two away. And then it started to build hype slowly in these circles. And then as we started to open up more franchises, people would tag people in the communities in which these stores would open. And then this huge giant web and maze of inter-tagging on Instagram really helped hype up the brand on Instagram. And it was amazing. And our weekly drop was our most highly engaged, piece of content that we could ever had, put out there. TikTok is a whole nother story. I mean, we jumped on right at the right time when it was hot. I remember it being last year, during March, and we call it the TikTok boom of 2021. We weren't afraid to go after it. We weren't afraid to spend money on, high level video and photography, and we started posting. We started using ads. We started connecting with our TikTok reps, asking what's the best, strategy here. And we started posting on a regular basis, not just once a week or twice a week. We posted every day. And it just expanded like crazy, and our stores just flooded, and our volume just went up even more. So, our socials, I feel like we've been semi-lucky, because people just love the product again, and they come back to it, and they just want to know what we're doing. They're interested, intrigued.
Yep. And I mean, there are a few things there to unpack. It's like, this is what I tell people all the time. It's like, social media is about compounding interest. And when you have a product that gets shared, you compound the interest because of all of the shared value of those inputs and things that happen, and it snowballs. And then your weekly menu, the new items, you have some things that allow you. And then you guys haven't been afraid to, what I call, like, borrowed interest from things like Stranger Things, like one of your posts, like playing with stuff that has interest. Their circle's this big, right, and your circle's this big, and you pull from their share to yours because you borrow that interest from them. And I see you guys testing and doing a lot of stuff with your social media, which is super smart.
Yeah. Partnerships. Yep. I would also add that in partnerships. We've been very lucky to partner with big brands like Oreo, Twix, Sour Patch. We're doing a Minions week for the children coming up and just launched their new video, their movie. So partnerships have been huge for us, and they've actually started to come to us now, and we're not going to them anymore.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
How many U.S. stores are we? I don't know that you even know the. I mean, there's what? How many Subways in the U.S.? Like 10,000. Like, how many Crumbl Cookies can we have?
Yeah, we're thinking we're probably going to be around 3,000 to 3,500 stores.
Okay.
I mean, let alone in California, you're going to have like 350.
Mm-hmm.
We want to learn from Subway and not have a Crumbl on every corner. And we have the data to back up where we're selecting each location, and we're being really smart and strategic about where we're placing these Crumbls. But yeah, we're focused on A+ locations, and we're now starting to see competition creep in. They're seeing our success, and they're wanting to jump on the ship.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, and we welcome it. I think competition is healthy.
Yeah. What's the e-com strategy? I know you can order online and do certain things like that. What's been the thought process there? And I guess as you have more stores, the local stores can supply. I mean, talk to me about that approach.
So are you asking just
like ordering online and things like that? Like, is it all tied, I mean, purely to, this is where my knowledge is purely where I can get a Crumbl cookie in Greenville, South Carolina, because I'm selfish on my cookies. But if I'm ordering with you guys, like, can you order anywhere in the country and you'll ship anywhere, or is it purely local?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So we have a mile radius around each store. Okay. And so if you are located within like a 2 to 5 mile radius, your order is going from that store.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then if you want to order shipping cookies, you can. They just come a couple days later. But those are more for gifts or, surgeries or birthdays or something like that. So
will those come from the home ship there in Utah or
yep, they come. We have a big warehouse here in Utah, and then we ship it 2-day to any location. But now with DoorDash, we've actually expanded that 2 mile radius around the store to 10 miles. So if we are utilizing DoorDash, it can go 10 miles from that store.
Oh, okay.
If that answers
big.
your question.
It does. How big is the e-com portion of your business?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but I would say it's now our biggest right now. And it's been crazy how many people want to ship the cookies.
So you sell more cookies on your website than your retail stores?
No, I don't want to say that much.
Yeah. Okay.
But our retail stores are the gold. That's where people come in and buy the cookies. Our app, it's so easy to use. A lot of people are using our app now more than any time in the business history, because actually our app's been placed in the top 7, up by McDonald's, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, even DoorDash, just because it's so easy, and we're trying to make it even easier. But our shipping, aside from our store and our app, it's probably about the same volume as like 6 stores combined. So to us, it's a lot. Yeah. But I would say we're up there with the big cookie shippers in the nation.
So I am listening to this going, not only am I getting hungry for a cookie, but I'm going, this sounds like a really good investment opportunity. What can you share, at least via the podcast? There might be more details once you get into, some relationship things and all that. But what can we share for someone that's listening to this, like, to get them excited about a Crumbl franchise? I mean, like, any numbers or anything that you could share as far as the potential?
This is a great question. A lot of people have been interested in opening a franchise, and many of our franchise owners currently want to open more. So if that's anything in itself, is they're having a good experience, they're liking what they're seeing financially and just the overall experience. But to open a store, it depends on your area. Building out something in California versus in Idaho or Utah is way different. It depends on, minimum wage, taxes, what things are going for. So right now, on average, it's anywhere between $350 to $500K to build out a store and to, come on board. Yep. And then you just have to be able to have that financing available. And then you fill out an application on our website if you're interested. Many of our states are already sold out. honestly.
Yeah.
But you can easily view that online.
Is South Carolina sold out? That's all we want to know here in South Carolina.
That's a great question. I wish I knew. There could be a couple more spots.
I know. We'll share some deets after this. Now can you share any like average revenue for a store or anything like that?
No, I wish I could. Legally, I can't.
Yeah. It's financially profitable. Can you say that?
People want more stores.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that, folks. Hint, hint. Get on board fast. How involved are you? I mean, what's a day in the life of Sawyer these days?
Yeah. So I'm pretty involved right now. We're working on hiring higher up executives. We're bootstrapped, so we don't have to listen to a board of trustees or anything like that. We're all self-funded. We're not in debt, which is awesome. But day to day, I run many different teams. I'm the COO of Crumbl, and I run all the day-to-day operations. I also oversee the branding and advertising and all socials. I see testing, R&D, training, and then resource and success coaching to all of our stores. So a lot goes into it. Right now, I'm just in meetings all the time, and I'm visiting stores and making sure that our brand is being successful and that we have a good foundation that's going to carry us into the next 5 to 10 years.
Hey, man. Sounds like you're on the right track. I mean, we are looking for the official cookie sponsor of the Radcast. So, just saying,
I love it. We'll talk
after. What else should anybody know about Sawyer and how to keep up with you? And, where's this all going? Where's this rocket ship landing? I mean, I know, like, you strike me as you got a plan. Where's this all headed?
Well, we just want to compete with the best. In our eyes, that is the Cinnabons, the Dunkin' Donuts, the Krispy Kremes. We feel like they've made it and we want to be up there with them, competing. Not only here in the U.S., but internationally as well, as I described earlier. We want to be a national, international home name that people love. And that's our goal. We're here to build. It's more about building something awesome versus just profiting from it. And we love it. And so that's the overall goal. And to complete our mission of bringing people together in this crazy, chaotic, negative world over a pink box of delicious cookies.
I think you're well on your way. And I will say it does bring people together. There's nothing that brings this office together more than a pink box on the table, which is everyone's surrounded fighting over my favorite key lime pie. Get your hands off my key lime pie cookie.
It's coming back soon. Give it a couple weeks.
Well, I don't think this cookie's going to crumble. I had to say it. You had to use that pun. How's everybody keep up with you, Sawyer? If they want to follow along, let's plug the social channels for you and, of course, the company.
Yes, so all things Crumbl is just Crumbl Cookies. TikTok, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, at Crumbl Cookies. If you want to follow my journey, I'm regularly posting on LinkedIn, business advice, business fails, just Sawyer Hemsley. And then I'm also an avid TikToker. I'm trying to be cool, like the cool kids. And so TikTok, Sawyer Hemsley, and Instagram, Sawyer Hemsley, if you want some insider scoop into Crumbl or just business strategy for me.
Final question. What's your favorite cookie?
Oh, this is a hard one. I love so many of the cookies, and I know that's cliche, but if I had to nail down one right now that I'm absolutely loving, and it's the Kentucky butter cake.
Oh,
I just come to it. I love the butter notes. I think it's simple yet intriguing, and I love it.
I've seen that, and I've got it. Sounds delicious. I can never seem to fall on that week.
Have you ever had a butter cake before?
Oh, yeah. Dude, are you kidding me?
You got to try it when it comes out.
Don't even tell me that.
That the Radcast can find out here. We're going to make a raspberry butter cake, which has not been launched.
Oh, my God.
And I think a lot of people will actually love it. The butter cake is one of our most popular cookies, and this raspberry on top is going to take it to the next level. So,
yeah. Christina and Nick, our producers, two of our producers and co-hosts, about melted into the floor when you said that. So, yeah.
Well, we'll send you guys some more cookies this week.
Sweet. Well, Sawyer, it's been a pleasure, man. I really appreciate the time. I hope everyone, I know they will continue to buy lots of damn cookies and keep up with you. Really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Best of luck with everything.
Hey, guys, you know where to find us, theradcast.com. You can search for all the content today. We'll have highlight clips. Search for damn butter cookies. You'll find everything you want and more. You know where I'm at. I'm at Ryan Alford on all the platforms. TikTok, Instagram. You know where to find me. See you next time on the Radcast.